taking over, that's a promise, not a threat.
Uppercut season off top, you stop breathing.
Yeah, what's good, yo? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk, where, as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. I'm your host for this hot Sunday afternoon, Pat Scorpio, the New England representative, and as always, I got my man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey, what he do? Set a work of God, go artist, ringgangradio.com in the building. LB, Lockdale, Boss, know what it do. New boxing media takeover, Ring Gang. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Ring Gang in the house forever and always. And as always, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey, yo, what's good, y'all? You already know who this is. Your boy King P, Bodega Boxing in the building. We got some banter tonight, and on this hot summer in New York, I'm ready. Ring Gang, let's go.
Hey, that's what I'm talking
This nigga said tonight.
Tonight.
Today, sorry, I'm
I was like,
tonight.
yeah, like
Where the fuck you at?
right?
You 30 days a night, where you at?
Oh shit! I was like, damn. I was like, I didn't know you were doing a bodega banner tonight. I was thinking in my head.
We on UK time today. Like,
yeah, right. Word though, but yeah, you know, P be holding it down at the bodega, whatever, and obviously in New York, when hot weather comes, like, niggas go crazy sometimes. So I'm sure though people that will hold it down nonetheless. Though, ain't no half stepping over there. And last, but certainly not least, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey, what's good? It's the boy Conscious Pod, aka the West Coast Avenger, number one contender. Lift off, prepare it. Let's get it, man. Let's go.
Yeah, if we're following you, I know Pilot is on super. He's definitely on like super early time for him. For him, it's still morning.
It's still literally.
That shit though. But it's good though that even with all that, navigating all the turbulence, Pilot's still, he's still above the clouds and shit like that. He's still maintaining. So that's what's up.
See, that nigga wide awake right there. That's why we gotta get the good use out of him now for all the other shit kick in. So, so feel free to speak your piece on this weekend.
Yeah. Oh, and we got a light in there. You got your video on. In darkness. Pilot is a silly motherfucker, man.
Nigga about to fly out the door.
But yeah, we definitely had some, basically what we were talking about, probably a mid weekend of fights, and it did turn out that way. Although there were some gems scattered here and there, though. But
quality mid, it was quality mid. Yeah, I was entertained.
Yeah, because if we weren't entertained, like we'd really be trashing it.
Because to be honest, like when all the boxing was over last night, I didn't feel like, damn, I need some more. Like, I felt satisfied. I felt like you know what? All this mid put together makes a good meal.
Yeah. I think it's because it's what we expected. We expected mid, so that's what we got.
Yeah, exactly. But Pilot, I'm gonna let you lead off this, man. So tell us your thoughts on these fights for this weekend.
I thought the best main event was definitely Buatsi Richards. That was a really, really good fight.
Yes.
And I thought it was gonna be a decent fight. I didn't expect it to be that good. It was kind of a war of attrition, and I thought it was the right decision. Actually, I was shocked with British scoring actually being as accurate as it was for me, because I kind of, I think it was like 116, 112, and 115, 113. So that was actually pretty accurate. Undercard for that didn't really, it's a UK matchroom.
Nah, nigga, you gonna put respect on that Babbitt fight.
Oh, that was a good fight. Yeah, that was the Babbitt fight. Actually, I forgot. Yeah, that Babbitt fight was really good. It's just the co-main or whatever. It was just like, goddamn, what the fuck is that? But the
before that,
the Babbitt
Roman fight was good too.
That was for Bridgerweight, right? That was actually
Bridgerweight.
Yeah. That was actually damn. Like, I don't want to see Babbitt versus Rivas. That'd be kind of a good fight, I guess. But I
still can't get jiggy with this damn fucking Bridgerweight shit.
Yeah, me too. I can't.
But the fights are always good. I don't care if the nigga just had 3 fights and the shits is all good. Like, it's working. I'ma just shut up.
Because the Bridgerweight, obviously, like I said, I mean, I don't agree with the Bridgerweight division, like especially the weight range, because it's like you're either a cruiserweight or either a smallish heavyweight, especially when we
Pick a struggle, nigga.
Yeah, like you got to pick one struggle, and it doesn't help that we've had sub 224 champions. Deontay Wilder is the most visible one, and the nigga knocks out niggas with one shot. Knocks 40 heaviest.
Give Wilder, and we talked about this before. Y'all niggas want to always bring up Wilder in damn in situations. Like, y'all ask random boxers about Wilder. Y'all tweet about Wilder for no reason. Y'all want to bring up Wilder. Give him a goddamn Bridgerweight championship, bro.
Right.
Like, if y'all want to bring up Wilder in that respect. Like, if not, then just shut the fuck up about Wilder. Like, really.
But yeah, Babbitt. You see, one thing about Eddie though, he always has these weird fighters that aren't necessarily like, either talented or not as talented, but for whatever reason, they are fade friendly as shit. Like between him and Ted Cheeseman that he controls. Yeah, it's like yeah. Like you have one of them. If there are one of them is on an Eddie card, then you already know that fight's going to be absolutely lit. So
he makes the undercards better by that though. Like no lie, because honestly, if the Babbitt fight and like I said, the Roman fight was decent too. That was I think before that. Mm-hmm. That made the whole Richards card, the Buatsi card better. Like, and it elevated the weekend of boxing as a whole because the PBC card kind of went as expected. The other ESPN card kind of went as expected, almost too expected.
Right.
So it's like you finally got one card that kind of just gave the entertainment factor a plus. So
right, yeah.
That's why I was saying, like, I felt satisfied once boxing was over. It wasn't like the Fury White weekend where we're like, that was it. Like, that Fury White is still probably the worst boxing weekend this year, actually, because it was the only fight and it was done early in the day, so like niggas had to do something constructive afterwards. Now, if we would have got like a 6-round war, we would have been talking about it the rest of the night, and you would have been like, "Oh man, yeah." Niggas would have probably started fighting later just to add more boxing to the day.
Right. Yeah. But that's by far the worst weekend. But no, this was good. Like that Babbitt. Like honestly, I don't see a long career for dude. I don't unless he tightens up because the guy
he made more adjustments in Canelo last fight.
I mean,
what was that?
I say he's an entertaining fighter, though.
Oh, you sound like you're talking through a walkie-talkie.
Now, he probably in the car, but he is an entertaining fighter.
Yeah, like Balski, like he gave it as good as he got. Like he dropped him in the first round, and of course he did land a dirty shot at the end of the 9th round, which Balski, although he got the point deducted, should have jumped on him because he was ready to be taken up out of there.
Yo, he was landing those late round fucking punches every bell. Like he would always go like land a good one right when the bell landed. Pow, boom.
Right.
But that last one in the knife, that shit was like damn near a knockout.
Yeah, like dude, Babbitt. Honestly, the point was deducted, but honestly, the ref. Luckily the referee didn't take disqualification because Babbitt looked like he was going from that shot.
But I don't think it was intentional because he been doing it the whole fight. Like,
I think it was just a split second after the bell rang. So yeah, but Babbitt though, he showed heart like to come back and battle back, and
that 10th round is a round of the year kind of thing.
Yeah, because Babbitt should have been taken out of there, but Balski made a horrible mistake and let him off the hook. He was just like, he kept on jabbing him. Like the jab, unless you have an Ike Quartet jab, you better hit him with some rights. Like, what is you doing? But yeah, still an outstanding fight. I was fucking with it so much. And then, like I said, the Scott and Roman fight was dope too. And also another fight that didn't get mentioned, the Robbie Davies and Javier Molina fight. That was actually
a good fight. Yeah, the Molina Davis fight, that was good.
Yeah, because Robbie Davis, because I think right now is like Eddie's trying to build him up, and obviously he's coming off the knockout win of Hank Lundy. But this one I think Robbie Davis showed like he still needs a little bit more because Javier Molina, you've seen him on PBC cards. he lost to Pedraza, but he did beat Amir Imam in an upset, shit like that. And he lost to Jamal James, but he's a slick fighter. He's super slick, and he gave Robbie Davis fits, and he put hands on him. He put real hands on him. So it's like, that was a hell of a fight though. But like I said, he dropped 3 fights in a row now, so he probably has that dangerous reputation now. It's like, he's not, he probably won't knock you out. He has 9 knockouts, but he'll probably give you a hard night because he's so fucking slick. So, but yeah, that was definitely a really good fight on that card though. But yeah, no, the Cameron fight, I was wishing it would be. I was hoping for a knockout. But LB was joking like Bustos was showing more head movement than like fucking Canelo did and shit like that, and
head movement was on point, man.
Yeah. She avoided the knockout shots, and it's like, hey, it hit. But I just wish she was more offensive, like hit and actually not get hit and actually hit back, which she didn't really do all that much. So But yeah, overall, like the Eddie card was, and then like I said, Buatsi Richards was just excellent. Like they were throwing fades. Like Richards is tough. Like I didn't, because he absorbed a lot of Buatsi shots that I thought that should have put him away.
Yeah, he looked like he was going out a few times, and then he would do battle back and at his own heat. I'm like, right, and damn.
Yeah, and he even had Buatsi in trouble too at one point with an uppercut. He hit him with an uppercut, and Buatsi kind of, his legs kind of froze. It's just like.
Yeah, them niggas might get all types of punches, uppercuts, right hand, lead, the hooks, like. yeah. Honestly,
Richard's reputation went up in this threat because, like I said, everyone knows, like, he gave Bivol a very close and tough fight, and now he gave Buatsi a tough fight. So yeah, dude probably has a reputation now. It's like, if you're not on point fighting Craig Richards, you might just take that L. And Buatsi, obviously, it's good for him to at least go. I think this is the first time he went 12 rounds, so it's like it's good for him to actually get that in to make sure his conditioning. Although I think he did gas at some point in the fight, like later in the fight, he did start gassing, but at least he showed that he had a tank or something like a reserve, to come battling back. So. There was really no losers. Like both of them, both of them are both dangerous at light heavyweight. Like I said, light heavyweight has a whole bunch of dangerous fighters, especially punchers. Like I said before, light heavyweight has murderous punchers at that in there. Like a lot of them are all murderous. It's weird how that is, but every single one of you, if you're caught slipping, you'll get taken the fuck out of there. Eddie, Eddie's card did this thing, man. Eddie's having a little streak right now of notable cards. You have to give him his respect. So far, a half year. He's staged some pretty memorable cards and or fights. So, but in terms of top rank, top rank went pretty much as status quo for the most part, especially the main event. Qazaq style, uppercut season was definitely in full and fucking effect, though.
That one highlight for the uppercut.
Dignum, like I said, no one was impressed by Dignum. Like I said, Qazaq style.
So wait, why? If no one was impressed by Dignum, why is someone dick looking on the goddamn boxing Twitter with Janibek?
See, I have no idea. I know Top Rank is definitely trying to make him a thing, and they're just waiting for.
They're trying to pose him as the next Triple G.
Yeah,
and it's failing miserably. Yes,
they really are.
At least when Triple G did that to niggas, we would at least somewhat know about the guy. But who is this dirt diggler ass nigga? They just grabbed from out of nowhere, and they try to sell us as yeah, he's looking for the upset. They got fucking Sabretooth as a narrator. They really going in. These niggas is trying to really hype this shit up. And it's no.
Dignum, pretty much, he was all. In fact, he wasn't. He was third or whatever. Because unfortunately, Munguia was the number one contender, but Munguia didn't take the fight. Shocking, I know.
Pretends to be shocked. I'm so shocked.
Yeah.
Yawns.
Yeah, so we got Dignum, and obviously, Dignum is not even that known, even on a domestic level in the UK like that. So so Qazaq style's pretty much he has a jobber for this interim belt. Now, either way, like I said, I wasn't hoping for no upset because, like I said, it's just it is what it is. But at least, like I said, it was short. At least he didn't drag it out. I mean, pretty much, it was like levels to this. Like, Dignum fell twice, got his ankles broke just off foot feints. That's how you knew this shit was pathetic. Like,
I'm tired of this. You're not gonna hype up Janibek when he's just fucking beating up a janitor. Like, come on.
Yeah,
now.
exactly. Yeah, I was just like, I mean, you think that Dignum would actually, this will probably be his first and only appearance on American TV. Although when I put that tweet on the RGR Twitter, that cats were talking about, that'll probably be Munguia's next opponent. It's shit like that.
I saw Berlanga too.
Yeah, I see Berlanga, I see Munguia. Like, this dude is gonna make the career mode rounds.
Yes, for real.
He gonna go on like a world tour. Like, I bring him over the top, man. I'll bring him back. We need somebody for Berlanga's next fight.
They were saying all that.
Get Oscar on the phone.
I was fucking rolling. I was like, God damn, like, and you could. And the funny thing is, you couldn't even disagree with you couldn't disagree with their takes. You couldn't.
No. Like, this is one of those times when the boxing fans got it right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, now they're gonna try to prove us wrong. They're gonna try to. Nah. Let's make sure we never see this guy again. But you know what? They'll just hold him in the pocket somewhere, and the next prospect they get, they're gonna feed him to him, and we're gonna be like, there he is.
Mm-hmm.
He just gonna pop up again, like a rash or an outbreak or something.
Yeah.
Like, nah, we off that. But yeah, like, we didn't learn anything. It's you know how I know this dude's overrated, Janibek?
Yeah, how?
Because you have to put a complete stiff jobber, career mode cat, whatever the fuck. Y'all had to put somebody on that level in front of him in order for him to look impressive. But he's had chances to look impressive for like a good couple of years now.
That Brent win can only take you so far.
Yeah, they're saying he's ducking. They're saying Andrade's ducked them to different divisions.
Oh, give me a fucking
stop.
So I see that a lot.
That's the only reason his name. That's the only reason his name get brought up like that, to disparage Andre, to take away from the fact that Canelo's avoided Andre. So you know what they say? Let's just get a boogeyman for Andre, so we can say, you know what? Hey, you can't say Canelo's avoided when you have this guy right here that's avoided.
Right.
But not understanding that y'all did the same thing for Liam Williams when he was on his damn winning streak.
Exactly.
And he looked much better than Janibek too.
Right. Yeah. So it's like, I mean, honestly, now I'm not saying middleweight. Obviously, right now the elite talent, or the top talent, it's like it's not only thin, but it's also scattered. Middleweight is the very division that doesn't have too much clarity, unfortunately, and has a lot of politics. But yeah, like if
now you got enough clarity. It's Triple G and everybody else. I mean, what else? There's nothing else to clarify. These other niggas need to start making fights.
That's also true. But it's just like, and Qazaq style is like you put like, I mean, even then, like, I mean, even in the interview, like, they even brought up, hey, do you want to fight Triple G to unify? And of course, like, I guess in Kazakhstan, the senior champion, you can't be like challenged by the younger champion or some shit like that. So it's like, no, I'm not gonna fight Triple G, even though unless he's hoping for Triple G to actually like lose. I'm like you can do that yourself, like, I don't know what you're doing. Like you're like, yes, you're in a champion making a fight with Triple G, I mean, will probably do wonders for your career.
Yo.
But so it's gonna be interesting to see what Top Rank is gonna feed him to. Like, I mean, Qazaq is a decent fighter. He's not a scrub, but just
he is decent, but that's like they're overselling, and it's like come on, like,
right.
Let him sell his skills himself, and he hasn't done a good job of that.
He has not.
So that's why, even with Berlanga, at least Berlanga was really knocking dudes out for a good minute, selling it. He was selling himself with it. It wasn't this whole extra like, hey, look at this guy here. Yeah, he's Golovkin 2.0, He's even avoided Andre. Andre's avoided him. Yeah, he's ducking Andre. It's like y'all added all these extra stories to this dude because he can't do it himself. Like he's this also loving basketball shit. This is loving boxing. Like y'all giving this nigga so many stories and narratives because as a character himself, he just ain't popping. So y'all gotta be like, okay, so his baby mom's a stripper who just dropped the album.
You know, the funny thing is too, dude.
This nigga.
Funny thing is too, Janibek is active as fuck on social media. Like he talks a lot of shit on social, but it doesn't come off that way when he has a microphone in his face. He doesn't talk that shit.
Well, they need to start that shit. But,
yeah,
like closed mouth don't get fed, bro. Like
facts.
Look, if just for an example, before we drop this shit, if the new boxing media, if we didn't put pressure on these motherfuckers to consider Jamel Charlo pound for pound, do you think they would have fucking begrudgingly added him at number 10?
Hell no.
Exactly, but people make so much noise in the logical sound arguments that you just had to, God damn, fuck, we keep it normal on here.
Right.
but put Mel at 10. God damn it, these motherfuckers. I can't stand these niggas. I mean, these boxing Twitter fans. But yeah, that's exactly what it was. So yeah, it just, look, man, y'all trying to hype the Janibek cat up. Cool, I get it, but it's not working right now.
Yeah, you better really find some quality contenders like out there. Like Bob needs to find someone. Definitely needs to find someone that's quality out there. At least if you were trying to make him pop, at least so we can really see what he could do against someone who's a competent fighter or someone who's not worn down or.
Yeah, bringing in damn retired ass Jackie Chan stuntman ain't the move for for opponents. Like y'all bringing motherfuckers in from Rumble in the Bronx to fight this nigga. The fuck y'all doing?
Yeah, for real though. But at least the co-main was. The co-main was legit. At least was slightly better, you know. But the main event ended, so it wasn't like he was fucking around, like he put him away. You know, in the co-main with Jamel Herring and Jamaine Ortiz, like I said, it was sad for the most part because you just know that Herring was trying. Like, Herring is 36. Obviously, it's not just his boxing career, but, dude was a Marine, he's had PTSD and all types of other stuff going on. So, you can tell by just by looking at him, and it's just funny how sometimes age can catch up with you in certain ways, especially with boxers. Like
it was a bad style, like that herky jerky, jump in, Rolly 2.0 type of style Ortiz had. Yeah, like it was wrong for a guy like Herring. Herring needed somebody more orthodox, more come forward, more just
right.
Like they always giving Herring these awkward damn. Bad matchups, y'all, I swear. Like, and he didn't even look too bad. Like, the fight was rough for the first half, but Ortiz kind of just took it away toward the second half, but he didn't really start beating up on dude until like maybe the last 2-3 rounds.
Yeah, like Herring was taking multiple headbutts, because we all know he has an issue with his eye getting headbutted there.
Yeah,
because he had a whole injury. Like there was multiple headbutts, and he was just getting roughed up. And this was at lightweight. This was Herring was going up at lightweight just to see, just to test the waters, go back to lightweight, and then
he didn't look too bad. It's just the bad style. Bad.
I was expecting the fight to be a little better, though. I'll be honest.
Of course. Thank you. All that damn Billy Dib ass jumping, and it's like once Ortiz got his rhythm, I thought he looked good, but he had to settle down for a bit after a while. I can't front.
I think he wanted because he himself would say, he was looking for the knockout, like he wanted a spectacular knockout, and although he got the decision or whatever, I don't think he was too happy with that. He got a clear decision. Herring was just like, I think it was just too worn down. This was only 10 rounds. Just being with someone who was younger, more explosive, stronger.
The headbutts, the
headbutts, yeah.
I think the headbutts and the roughness really kind of
got to him.
Like that. This is the thing, man. I know you box before. All the niggas who box before, like, that's just annoying as fuck. So I get it. That's why I'm not even really getting at Herring like that. Like he lost and he got out hurt, but I'm not gonna sit here and act like he wasn't bothered by that rough shit.
Yeah, no, but I mean, he still gave it. I mean, he wasn't like he was getting like he got dominated like from 1 to 10. You know?
Shit, he still tried. He landed some uppercuts. He landed some good shots. Just Ortiz took him like fuck. He want him to do.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I mean, Ortiz didn't have any fear of what was coming back to him. So yeah, he did. I mean, basically, he did what he had to do, man. And and personally, I thought like them sticking the microphone in Herring's face like that when he was clearly like it was just like you could tell like they were really trying to retire dude on TV. Like they were like they've been trying to retire dude. Like, they tried to retire dude after Shakur beat him up. And T.I. was like, I don't know.
They wanted him to retire after that other fight too, where he had dropped the dude with the uppercut. But before the fight,
the one that he won by DQ, And then, the Frampton one, of course, he put that's his career best performance, and then he
was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Some board members threw their chairs at the wall and shit. Like I get it. Like y'all ain't want Herring to win.
Yeah, no, but Herring, but I think, but I mean, obviously Herring was kind of searching for words. I think he was. I don't think he was ready to be put on the spot like that. To be asking all them retirement questions. But it looks like later on, 'cause I think P, like in our chat, posted that later on. Posted a tweet saying that that he didn't want to put his family through it anymore. So I mean, it looks like this might be it for him.
I just say because it's a rough ass fucking fight. Like that's what really like that just really did it for like Pilot said. Like I didn't expect a better looking fight from these two. Like
right, exactly. But I mean,
but I hate to just leave on these type of terms. Man.
Yeah, I mean it was that co-main should have been the main event to me. But damn, like
that's true. That's true.
It was a hell of a fight. Herring definitely got roughed up a bit, and I kind of felt bad for him the way he looked. Like it was just his
body just said
he said all the he said it wasn't an issue of stamina or body giving out, but I can't I you couldn't tell me otherwise because I saw the exact opposite. The body gave out like his
Bradley was saying the same thing. Like by round 5, you saw that dude was laboring hard. Like dude, he was starting to labor. And this was at a higher weight. Like keep in mind, he wasn't making 130 and draining himself. This was 135. Like so. But
his body filled out at that weight. He didn't look too small or anything. I just felt like it's an accumulation of all of that. Like the past fights, the hard training camps, the bad style, the Marine, like all of that shit.
Oh, speaking of that, I just want to give a special fuck you to Chris Colbert for that fucking tweet that you put out.
Yeah, Chris Colbert. Yeah, like what the fuck? Like what the
That's
fuck was that?
That's some fuck nigga shit.
Yeah, bad taste.
And on the way, and I know why he did it. I think because I remember before.
Bring through a shot first.
Yeah, because I think Herring said some shit to him when Colbert lost. So nigga just he retaliated.
Hold on, but what did Herring say? If we gonna bring it all out, I mean.
I know. I forgot what the tweet was because he mentioned something. I forgot what it was. He said
he threw some shade after Colbert lost. That's for sure.
Yeah, he threw hella shade. Yeah, like,
there's levels of shade though, so that's why I gotta hear it. I gotta
I honestly would have to go look for that. But Herring did say something after the Colbert, so I think that's why he retaliated.
But was it as bad as what Colbert said?
No, it wasn't.
I don't remember. I didn't even know Herring said anything about Colbert.
Because it felt like Colbert just went like below the belt, like on some like.
Yeah, no, like, I mean they
you say some shit after a nigga get his Jordan scuffed up or something.
I mean they do have history. It's like it wasn't like I mean for a while like they were quote unquote champs at 130, so they did have a little history. So I think it was just a thing that Herring said something about Colbert, threw a little shade, and then Colbert just upped the ante and said that fuck shit. So,
but from a nigga that basically quit when the going got tough, I don't want to hear shit from you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, because the way it's coming across, it sounds like Herring put probably said some competitive shade or some like, yeah, we need to fight down the road, or like, I'm not saying Heron did it because I didn't think he did, or I don't know for this is Pat saying like me and King P, like we ain't hear this shit, but I'm just assuming, and I'm not trying to assume, but I'm just saying that it probably feels like Heron probably just said some competitive shade or some shit like where you're like, I got your ass next time type shit. And then it's like Cobra responds on some like, alright nigga, fuck your mom, your dad, your uncle, like the whole energy, like the whole military shit, like maybe I'm coming from it in the wrong way because my father was in the military, so it's like when I see niggas that slight military people, like it's just kind of, I don't know, it's just bad.
It was a horrible shit to say that, but I mean, at least Herring did clap back after that. I mean, Herring was he was like, hey, Christopher, been a minute. The boxing world thought you were all but gone. I guess when you were winning those last 3 or 4 rounds of your last fight, you were practicing on your footwork. By the way, my military service helped me dig down and win that world title. So yeah, that was honestly that was the shade that I, from what I remember from the first comment that he said after Colbert lost. It was something around that lines, but it wasn't anything like what Colbert said. Like fucking said, there could have been a better way to throw shade instead of just talking about this nigga's military service. When dude is a literal dude is the Black Sergeant Slaughter, like out here. Like you shouldn't be talking.
And Colbert is a fucking maggot.
Yeah,
exactly. Like you disrespecting somebody who's fighting for your country. Like I don't know.
Yeah, like one, like between two, one of them actually killed a man. Probably killed several men. So
that's the thing. That's the thing about Marines. They bust their guns. Like no matter what you are, when you go in the Marine as a fucking cook, you busting your gun.
Oh yeah, I mean, I personally know 2 Marines that I grew up with, so I know like they're wired different. Trust.
And they don't get fat. Like they can retire. You don't see fat Marines. So Herring is going to look like he's in fighting shape 5 years from now. Where Colbert, we don't even know. Like, and you didn't win a title, so it's like, we can't.
But he lives on Instagram. He lives like a champion, with taking photos of Danny Garcia and shit.
He does. He does. And you know what? I think we just gotta get to this point. Like, boxing is like mad disrespectful. Like the last week on Twitter, we've been seeing pro boxers, world class champions, fucking arguing with people on Twitter, regular fans. We seeing boxers say disrespectful shit to motherfuckers who are proven world champions. Like when is this gonna stop? Like why
it's gonna stop. It's the Wild Wild West out here.
It's gonna stop until it won't stop until we see a professional boxer approach one of these cats and beat the shit out of them
or each other. Because I mean, like the way these niggas is, I mean, you step into a Marine with all that rah rah shit. I mean, like.
A lot of times these dudes just be talking though, because it was funny because I seen a video of Tim Zhu talking about Charlo's downgraded from a lion to a pussycat, and then there was a video where like he was like in the he like, oh you Charlo's there, you want to say something, and he just walks into his car like
he doesn't walk, he fucking power walks to the car.
He jetted to his car.
Also, he do the Safari Meek Mill run. Like
he was like 1-2 levels below that, close to that.
Oh shit! See, but y'all niggas been in boxing gyms. You know, motherfuckers had this real advantage. So I see it like. So we know it's not no far stretch for these niggas to really be beefing and not liking each other, but. God damn, like this is I don't know, like when I see other boxers and shit on each other and motherfuckers is putting their yarn out. I don't know, it almost seems a little disrespectful more than what fans do.
I mean, like I said, obviously because we're like a lot of us are, we start watching boxing in a different era. But this is the new, like social media made it possible. I mean, not for just regular people to adapt to it, but for athletes to adapt to it. Some will use it to, to build a brand. Others will just use it for what we're talking about. That's some old bullshit.
Yeah, and it comes off as fucking corny sometimes. Like,
not even corny. It just comes off like a fuck nigga. Like I would throw like a milk crate at you or some shit and on the block. Like, but hold on, wait. Shout outs to Joshua O. I just seen in the chat.
Super chat option for y'all. Okay, so
get these likes up first, man. You gotta get these likes up. Man. We gonna pause this shit, goddamn.
Yeah, we trying to get our view hours up some more because we just need to get that going before we get our super chat. You know, like people are definitely tuning in. Like people now see what Ring Gangs rings like we be doing some shit though.
But yeah, if you want to support now, like you can just go to ringgangradio.com and you'll see the donation button on the site.
Right.
There.
I'll even go post it in the chat, like the link for that, like everyone's for you. But trust me, we're working on trying to get the super chat. We just got to get our view hours up a little bit some more before we can get that. Before we get that, and trust me, once we get that, it's on. Like,
that's the thing. We don't even promote the donation link like that because we just care about putting the message out there and all that. But y'all niggas can definitely show love on the website. Like the donations right there. Like you use PayPal, Visa, credit, it don't matter. Like, gang, like.
Yeah, and we thank you, dude, for thinking so highly.
We thank you.
Yeah, it's like honestly, like we're humbled that you actually do think so highly of us that we that you actually want to do support for us to get us, to support our super chat if we get it. Yeah, trust me, believe me, when we do get it activated, trust me, it's on. Like, trust.
And I see the second comment. Colbert was talking shit about hearing about on the boxing boys. He basically called them trash numerous times. I can believe it.
Yeah.
if you say that shit about the military, like I can believe all that. But
yeah, honestly,
damn, you got humbled already. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, honestly, I won't be surprised though if some military guy probably rolls up to Chris and talks. It's like, what's that shit you talking about, military motherfucker? Like, what is you talking about? Like, I won't be surprised if that shit happens.
Yeah, like I ain't gonna lie, like to say some shit like that, a Marine would have to have like spit in my face or some shit. Like, I think it would have to really try me to even be talking like that. Like but for boxing, like, come on.
Yeah, like Chris needs to get it together. This nigga should be rematching Hector Garcia right now instead of just staying to whatever he's doing or trying to figure out what hair to what color his hair should be. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, just did it first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That fucking picture, that meme, fucking had me in tears.
Yeah. That's the type of clapbacks. Like, if you want to do a clapback like that, that's a fucking clapback.
Like that's the thing. It's like y'all. This is the thing with boxing. Like no one don't do boxing clapbacks no more. Y'all niggas take it so personal with other. It's like a motherfucker be talking about how bad your jab. You'll say, well, yeah, at least I take care of my kids, nigga. Like,
exactly.
It's like, man, nigga, your uppercut got no power on that shit. Nigga, you hit like Corey Spinks. And nigga be like, word? At least my grandmother's still alive, motherfucker. Like,
and honestly, that's how easy how shit gets
like I don't know what it is. Like god damn, like can if we gonna be disrespectful, can we just keep it in boxing terms? Like, why niggas? Oh yeah, hold on, you said my jab is soft. Alright.
Yeah, shit, Jameson.
That's why you lost your house, nigga. Like,
yeah. I mean, Jameson used to talk shit about niggas boxing all the time. Like, I remember, Jameson used to talk shit about John Ruiz. Niggas that he fought like he was retarded and imitated him. I'm like, okay, I'll let that go. And then he goes in the ring and he beats Ruiz's ass. But unfortunately, some unfortunate circumstances beyond our control, got that win voided.
At least he kept it in boxing, though. Motherfuckers be so quick to bring it to some other shit. Like, we talk about hands, and motherfuckers like, man, don't maybe get on the killer shit. I got the Goonies in the back. Like, nigga, like you boxed, I boxed. What the fuck you talking about?
Yeah, fuck out of here, yo.
I'm sorry we got sidetracked.
But people might actually bring up that fuck shit that Colbert did to Herring because it was unnecessary though. But
shout out to KP because that was some real shit. Like, can't forget the real shit.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, like I said, the top rank card went, and then one minor thing I want before we go on to the PBC card: Adam Lopez will not have a long career in boxing. People, like I mean, like Tiger Johnson and Duke Reagan, they did their thing, but for whatever reason, Bob really likes this kid, and Adam Lopez, he fights his heart out. I mean, basically his reputation was made because he gave Valdez hell before he got stopped.
Damn, I missed that fight. Adam Lopez. You know I fucks with Adam Lopez. Damn.
Yeah, that was part of him because he fought William Encarnacion and 19-2.
He's like a mini Gabe Rosado. He's like the top ranked little mini Gabe Rosado. He just fights all the top, all the guys.
He fights all these dangerous punches, and that shit was a fucking war too. Like,
God, are you serious, mother? I'm about to find that shit.
But the only thing that taints that fight though is the fact that Lopez did get dropped twice, but for some reason he won by scores he shouldn't have won by. Like he won again.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, those scores were crazy, bro.
Yeah, like he won by 77-74 twice and 76-74. And I didn't even think Lopez even won the fight. It was a hard fight.
That was the favor for losing to. He lost to Dog Bay, right?
Yeah,
he should have won. He should have won the Dog Bay fight, I think.
He should have won.
Yeah, that was.
I thought Dog Bay won that.
I thought Dog Bay won that.
It was a close fight. Yeah,
it was close, but Dog Bay was busy. Like,
but the Encarnacion fight.
But Lopez had the talent to win that.
Yeah, like Lopez got hands put on him in this fight. Like, I mean, he fought back. I mean, dude, put himself.
God damn, did he win a round? Like y'all niggas decided.
He won a round.
No, he won some rounds.
Y'all niggas made him out like he got Scarlet Witch or some shit. Like,
but he did get hands put on him, but he did win some rounds. Like, I mean, it's Adam Lopez.
I get what you're saying, Pat, but this dude, like, Adam Lopez be getting his Alex Saucedo on sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. That's perfect. That's a perfect explanation. That's a perfect.
Hold on, King P, you seen the fight too?
Yeah, I did.
Damn, none of you motherfuckers text me at nothing. Like, goddamn.
We was talking about
actually Top Ranks. Their prospect card, like the preliminaries, were pretty good actually.
Yeah, it was in the prelim shit.
Damn,
I think it closed out the prelims, right? Or maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe it didn't.
Where he closed them out?
Yeah, it did. It did close out the pre. That was the main event of the prelim card. Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, definitely. Yeah. He's not gonna have a long career though. But I guess Top Rank's got to keep his shit going. Until he. Either he improves or he starts getting really bodied by because he's fucking around that featherweight. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, like the Top Rank card went as it should. And truthfully, also so did the PBC card as it did. Like the PBC, the two undercard fights first I gotta mention the fight that wasn't televised. Apparently, our friend Victor Ortiz, went the distance with the jobber, and apparently the jobber stunned him once in the middle of the fight, and then dropped him heavy in the final round in the closing seconds of the fight.
God damn.
Yeah, I mean, the Dewey fight was like 20 and like 4 or some shit like that. That's his record, nigga. Like
wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, no, you say 20 wins with 20 losses?
Yeah, I'm not bullshitting.
And 4 draws?
Something like that. Yeah.
This nigga said 20. Like, I'm thinking we talking about glasses or some shit. I mean, I do need to like get my eyes checked and shit.
Oh, Dude's record is 20 and 1. Excuse me, 1 draw with 6 knockouts, and yeah, that's his record.
Yo, okay. He trained at the same gym with the Dirt Dignum nigga trained at. Yeah, okay, I get it. Like, they really manufacturing these motherfuckers.
Yeah. So Victor Ortiz, like, I mean, Al Heyman or Steven Espinoza, like. You might want to start thinking about retiring Victor Ortiz if a jobber is the one that got dropped, is the one that did the dropping in a 10-round fight. I'm just saying, like,
just give him, give Rashidi Ellis, or because I think Rashidi Ellis Speedy's with them now. Just let him fight him, put him out of his misery or something.
Right? Yeah.
Ortiz might quit that one. He might quit when he gets.
Facts.
Oh shit, yeah, but I mean, because if Ortiz can lose a clear fight to Ghost, a faded version of Ghost, and and can't beat Devin Alexander, like
got a gift draw against Devin. Fuck out.
Yeah, you might need to. I mean, thankfully he's not on TV, but you might not want to keep putting him on cards anymore. Like if you can't put away a jobber, like a clear one at that,
or at least go the distance without getting dropped and hurt by one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, those are all signs that the dude is like done.
And now somebody has a great water cooler story for tomorrow. Like, hey, you know that? Hey, you know that guy from Expendables 3? I dropped him.
In a fight.
Hurt him bad. So yeah. So there's some guy in some office or somewhere gonna be hearing about this all week. Thank you, Ortiz.
I mean, yeah, dude will probably be the man in his gym. Like, he'll probably come up to him and it's like, yo, don't mess with that dude. He dropped Victor Ortiz. Like,
hell yeah. And the niggas gonna be putting extras on it.
And they'll probably embellish that shit. So yeah, he had him real like he was gone. The referee had to like save him. Like,
you got robbed, bro.
Yeah.
He's like, dog, you remember the chop in Kodo? Yeah, it was worse than that. Like, damn. I'm like, yeah, how do you win? How do you lose?
Yeah.
See, the time went out, and then the lights went out in the building. You remember that Heat series, that final series? Yeah, nigga, so that happened.
Yeah, and then the second judge that does the count, he was kind of late and all that other shit. Like, yeah.
It's like, wait, the judge count? Niggas gonna have a whole other story behind this shit. So thank you, Victor Ortiz.
Yeah.
And we can't call you Ortiz. We gotta say the whole name because we don't want to disrespect Virgil Ortiz.
Yeah, exactly. Because some people might get that twisted. Like, well, who the fuck?
Yeah, because we looking forward to him fighting shit. Fuck all that.
Yeah, but
Virgil is the only Ortiz that matters right now. If we're being completely honest.
Facts.
Yeah, and then of course Victor Vicious Ortiz. That name never fit. Like, dude's not vicious.
Ain't nothing vicious about a nigga that quits all the time.
Yeah, no.
He viciously quits.
In fights that he could win. How you quit viciously? And you flip over a table like, fuck it, I quit. Like, god damn, like, yo, calm down, bro. Like, dude stay quitting fights where he could win. Like, never seen that shit in my life.
Yeah. He's truly an enigma, man. Like, one day we'll probably. I mean, he's guaranteed he's due for one more fuck up before he retires. Y'all lucky we got as disrespectful as these motherfucking boxing Twitter fans, because like we could easily come up with a poll like who's quit more fights, Ortiz or Central. Like, y'all niggas like, you see, like we could be like super disrespectful with shit, and we're not, because we love boxing, love the sport. So just remember that shit. Word.
And if any of y'all niggas listening, like, that's a good idea. Don't be a dickhead. Like, yeah, yo, shout out to Rusty Taylor. That's exactly right. Yeah, VO. Yeah, we look. Victor Ortiz was a straight dude. He seemed to just not belong in boxing.
Temperament, I mean, and funny things too is Victor Ortiz is skilled. Like, he's actually a skilled fighter. But mentally, or heart wise, he doesn't have it all there, except for one fight he's had in his whole career with first fight with Berto. But yeah, I mean, it got him. Eventually, his fuck ups got him a role in Expendables 3. And you could say, and he did become a champion. He overachieved,
Definitely overachieved. From Latin America, 10-piece you in the amateurs.
He was on there and he didn't knock out the jobber. It had to be mentioned. So, but yeah, the main card itself, the two undercard fights. The first one, however, was a fucking slugfest. Like, good lord, like. Luis Nunes and Jonathan Fierro, like, yeah. I don't know what it was. Well, they had some real beef before then, but they was winging some ridiculous shots at Fierro. Fierro was winging left hands like it was going out of style. Nunes was like throwing like roundhouse rights and combinations. Like, and funny thing too is these cats weren't really lacing each other like that. They were just like, if they landed, it was great. They landed, but most of the time they were just like, Fierro was going to the body, Nunes was trying to hit him to the head.
These motherfuckers was throwing hands, feet, elbows.
That was a violent ass fight.
But because I remember in the previous, like, people were like, say, "Oh, this will probably be like a war of some sort." Yeah, like they fought like it, like they understood the assignment. Like, you know what, we on TV. The Showtime's putting us on TV. People are gonna be watching us. And then obviously, one is Dominican, the other one's Mexican. So yeah, you got that. And actually, I think you know what, there was a beef because I think one of them said Dominicans are not known in boxing; they're just known for baseball. One of them said that Fierro.
Oh yes,
yeah.
So then, beef established. So
hey, you don't say no shit like that.
That was a good opener. It was a solid opener. Nunes, I believe he won the fight on a decision, close unanimous decision, 96-94 on all three cards. Surprisingly, that the judges were actually, they actually gave the same scores or whatever, but at least the scores were on the level. Now, what was surprising though was the co-main, because obviously, as you heard us in the previews, we were all joking in the fact that we didn't even like do a prediction because we were thinking, oh yeah, Jorge Cota, he's gonna get bodied by Yoelvis Gomez and shit like that, and there was more disrespect. If you saw the odds, Cota was like a plus 700 underdog against a 5 fight novice, shit like that. Mad disrespectful, shit like that. But then what can you do? Like Cota, that's what Cota does, man. Like that's what he does. He loses every single time he's put in a fight with a main dude. He loses, like so. But this time though, I mean, he lost, no question about that. He absolutely lost the fight, but he didn't get knocked out. That was the big surprise. And truthfully, he didn't even look like he was even coming close to getting knocked out. I mean,
because he was actually low key in the fight.
He was trying to make him a thing. Cubans, try 5 fights. Try to rush him towards some title. I'm guessing.
And no, you're not.
Gomez, but this fight really, more than anything, showed me that Gomez probably needs just a little bit more seasoning as a pro. I mean, he has a heavy left hand and shit like that, and puts pressure on you, but. It seemed like he didn't really make too many adjustments. I mean, I don't know if both you, P, or LB think the same thing. Like, dude was kind of repetitive. He was kind of one dimensional. That's how it looked like to me. P, LB.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, my bad.
Nigga bore me. Because we were supposed to get a brutal knockout and we had like a distance fight.
Yeah, we were supposed to get a highlight reel, but no highlight reel of anything.
Right.
And see, the opener already provided us a good fight.
Mm-hmm.
So we was going to knockout next, and it's like they fucked up the whole vibe. We were supposed to get good fight, knockout.
Right. Yeah.
We got good fight, boring fight, knockout. Nope, not gonna work.
Yeah, and Cota. Yeah, I mean, funny thing is too is Cota had opportunities. Like you would think that him being a veteran of, fighting, like he would have done something in the later rounds. At least try to test that Gomez's stamina at least a little bit. But his punches were so like he was throwing arm punches, like he was moving and shit, but he was throwing arm punches. Like, dude, you have 27 knockouts in your 30 wins, like. Dude, so, like you can punch. Why are you punching like this? Like, yeah, it was frustrating because
I feel like PBC be doing like affirmative action for some of these niggas. Like,
right?
Like, so, why the fuck is he always in these fights and he don't pose no type of threat or something?
Right? Yeah, it's just just more or less. Truthfully, I don't even know. Like, I mean, truthfully, I don't even know what fight even like that he had. Like, unless most people can't remember his wins. So I'm not sure what fight what fight he's had that made PBC like, oh yeah, let's put him in the co-main event, of this card. Like I honestly don't know.
Dude, let alone a fight. What performance has he had that made me just say, you know what? Yeah, he'll be a good comp for some guys. He'll take up some rounds. He'll be dangerous. He'll be a threat. He'll weed out some killers. It's like. Dude is he's not giving you the good performances, so he's not like Cowboy giving you like wars and balls to the wall. So he's not DeMarco where he's, boxing with guys, giving them wars tough. It's like he's not providing none of that. So it's like, why is he here?
Yeah, he's always here in these fights that are just like he keeps getting all these high profile ass fights that he shouldn't be. Like, dude needs to they need to calm all that shit down with him. Like, I mean, Cota. Like, I mean, if you want to build Cota, like Cota should be off TV now. Like,
Yeah, like I'm tired of just y'all recycling the same people. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
You
pretty much,
know.
I mean, we mentioned before, Fundora. I mean, he gave it as good as he got against Fundora, but Fundora put him away. Charlo put him away.
Put him away, like, jeez.
Although, surprisingly, at least in that fight, like at the time of the knockout, it was a majority draw, which is another. That's yeah. And we mentioned before, Rosario, nearly lost to him, and then Lubin put him away. So
I swear, Lubin put him away like years ago. It's like,
he did.
why does motherfucker just keep popping up? Like, oh, damn.
Yeah, it's not if he gets not if he gets any high level wins. It's just like, oh yeah, he's there. Let's put him in this fight, and let's hope for some more highlight reel. But yeah, Elvis Gomez, and then
it's not even the wins. It's that the performance is. It's like when's the last time he's won like 5 rounds?
I'm saying like
if you was a guy that just kept losing, but you're giving everybody a tough fight and you're making for good TV, then I could get it. But at some point, you're gonna be like, you want them to win one, But then when they do win, that's when they rob them. Like, where the Derek just told us. So I mean,
I'd stop using Coda on this. And then Elvis Gomez, like I said, I mean, the only thing that if Coda at least had put some pressure on dude, like really tried to beat him up, and commit that. Okay, at least Coda finally. Okay, yeah, I can see that now. Like they'll probably keep Coda away from their prospects.
As much as he was loading up, he should have stopped, dude. So yeah, trash performance.
Yeah, it was a trash performance. Yeah, I wasn't impressed, but I mean, at least Elvis Gomez at least can go the distance, like 10 rounds. So at least that's really the only silver lining in that whole fight. But yeah, it was a
distance. We still don't know if he could go the distance with a prime fighter who's trying to win.
Right.
It's a lot easier than dude that's sticking around and he ain't trying and he ain't throwing arm punches and he just
throwing arm punches and moving and committing and not committing. That shit was disgusting to me. I was like, fuck out of here.
That should have been the opener.
Yeah, facts.
What the fuck they convinced a 5-fight prospect to be damn co-main?
Right. Yeah. So we'll see what the matchmaking has for Gomez.
A 5-fight prospect that didn't look all that impressive, to be honest.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, not even a knockdown for crying out loud. Jeez, like what the fuck?
Damn.
Yeah.
So hold on, who's gonna lose a finger or a toe for this one? I'm just saying, like y'all seen the Tokyo Vice review?
Yeah, I saw.
So because this is a fuck up.
Yeah, absolute fuck up. Yeah, Get better, like Gomez. Like he still needs. Like obviously, he's not. I mean, if he can't beat a veteran like this, then let him fight like jobbers for a little bit.
Even Rosie Ramirez would have got rid of this dude.
Facts. But at least the main event for the most part, there was someone at least there was no fucking around. Of course, with David Benavidez and David Lemieux. And of course, me being the only person to actually go for Lemieux, knocking him out. And for 2 minutes and 40 seconds, I'm thinking to myself, oh, Lemieux's actually boxing. He was, dude was doing this little impression of Mike in the 80s. He's going inside. You see him dipping his knees, trying to do, try to do Mike Tyson style, and throw. I mean, he went at Benavidez like he was throwing punches. Like he tried to get him on the inside, man. Like he tried to peekaboo that nigga, man. And I was just like, oh, okay, and he landed some shots here and there, and Benavidez was giving as good as he got. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, okay, so Lemieux's mind is right for this fight. So Lemieux's thinking knockout too. And I mean, pretty much everyone was thinking that too until like the last seconds of the round. I think what Benavidez come with, was it a right hand or a left hook he come with?
Left hook.
Yeah, it was a left hook. And then Lemieux got unstuck instantly, and then he was in the corner getting pummeled. Like, dude took like 4 uppercuts in a row. Like the referee was giving him all. Like referee could have stopped it like seconds earlier before the bell rang. And truthfully, he probably should have stopped it at the bell. Like there was no fucking way. Like Lemieux was gone. Like in there. Like Lemieux basically tackled the fucking ref. Just to make sure. Oh yeah, we to escape. And the ref actually was like, you know what? David, I'm gonna give you one more round. If you get in trouble, I'm gonna stop this. So the second fight, Lemieux actually comes out fighting. Like, dude was like, you know what? And his nose is all busted and shit like that. But he was in there. He was trying to. You can see Benavidez being defensively responsible. Like, he kept his arms up. So the left hooks and the overhand rights that Lemieux was throwing, they were landing on his arms. And then you saw Benavidez. You saw the combination punch. Like, Benavidez is one of the. I don't think of all things that gets talked about with him. His combination punching doesn't get enough mention because dude's a big guy with fast, heavy hands. Like, dude be like when dude gets in his bag, dude be lining these niggas up with this combination.
Hold on, wait. People mention that all the time.
No, I don't. They mention that this nigga's too big. Like they make it he's slow and shit like that. But niggas combination punching is like it's like the third or fourth thing like they mention. They don't mention that shit like why he's so dangerous. They say, oh, he's dangerous because he's fucking big.
But that's a slow remedial niggas who don't know no better. They're the ones that say, well, Duran will lose to Floyd because Duran doesn't move his head. Like they're the niggas who say shit like that, like surface level niggas. Like you know the type of level boxing fans don't know. Right,
but every time, as you said before, like those are the fans that somehow they have more of a voice lately, more than not. So it's just like. Yeah, it's low-key annoying though, but yeah, the Lemieux, was catching some hands though, but he was fighting back though, like he didn't like lay down though. But
Benavidez, the combination punching, he be rattling those shots.
Although Lemieux did get sat down, like dude got dropped. I don't know how he ended up in a seating position underneath the fucking ropes, like sitting on the apron. I don't know, like how do you fall and land in that position, like.
I mean, it was a right hand, and then I think a left. No, a left. I mean, it's up on the Ring Game TikTok right now. If you want to know, I think I got it in my stories too. So,
yeah. If you go to our TikTok, man, trust me, like you'll see that. It's the weirdest shit too. But Lemieux does a lot of weird things, and Joshua. We can. There's 4 criterias to monetize it right now, and the one that we do, it's not just good over 1,000. If it was over 1,000, then everyone would be monetized, unfortunately. But yeah, Google had this one. You gotta have a certain number of watch hours. So we're trying to get our watch hours up some more in order to get to that. Trust me, we monitor that. We monitor that whole section. We need the watch hours to go up, some more before we can monetize. But thank you for donating to our PayPal though.
I appreciate it.
Appreciate that a lot, man. Salute to you, man. Like, yeah.
And hold on, I can't forget this Rusty Taylor comment. They said Victor Ortiz would be great at running a dog rescue or something at a hippie community.
Yeah. His temperament. His temperament, and he ain't.
That ain't one of the realest fucking job statements ever.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? Super facts. Oh shit, though. But at least Lemieux tried. Like he didn't. I mean, Coda could at least took some lessons from this. And,
this fight was a waste of fucking time, honestly. Like I knew Lemieux was going to end up in this position. Yeah, but it's a showcase fight that we don't fucking need at this point. Let's be honest. Let's be completely honest.
The funny thing is too is like the referee stopped that fight, and Lemieux was still battling back. He wasn't getting knocked around.
I heard the corner directed it to the ref to stop the fight. Because people were like, "Oh, that was a terrible stoppage." I'm like, "No, it wasn't. Like that was the right move to make right then and there."
Yeah,
these niggas want to see people get killed, bro.
Yeah, no, originally I was sticking like that until they stuck a microphone into this nigga's face. Like, and Lemieux was clearly slurring his speech after that, and he wasn't slurring his speech before.
French Boomhauer.
Yeah, dude was just like, I mean, I don't know if his jaw got broke or he just simply took too many hard shots in 3 rounds. I mean, LB, you said the nigga took 12 rounds worth of punishment in 3 rounds.
He sounded like he was slurred. He sounded like concussed.
Yeah, like he sounded legit, but then I've seen people concussed and they didn't slur. So I don't know. It's like he got Timothy Bradley Provodnikov damage in just 3 rounds.
Yeah, and that's when I was like, okay, yeah, the corner definitely put him
might add the first Pacquiao fight to that too. Shit.
Yeah, because I was just like I said, because I mean, he wasn't like, if you saw the little vignettes or whatever, like dude was talking, like obviously he has a French accent and shit like that, you know, but dude was talking clear as day. This one was just like, yeah, you could tell he was talking like his tongue was too big for his mouth. You know?
He kept now. He's the dude they should have been damn shoving the mic in his face, talking about retire, like on some Henry shit. This nigga sound like he don't need to be fighting no more. Like he didn't need this fight. That's
like Lemieux. Obviously, he's been off TV. You know, he's had his fights off TV because I don't know, because he's not with Golden Boy anymore. I mean, he's been fighting strictly because he's not signed with any outlet like that. But after that, Lemieux has to be put on that list. Like Lemieux needs to. I think Lemieux is done. Like, you know, like
him, Glenn Tapia, who else? Like,
yeah,
Angulo, Odie Kirkland, like, just
they need to retire. Like, it's done because, like, because I didn't. I mean, unless they come out,
I want to give them fights. You know what? Y'all, give them some pension or something instead of giving them fights. Shoot them $1,000 a month or something, but please, like.
Yeah, I mean,
y'all just want to give these dudes money. Like, come on.
Yeah, like,
I mean, I don't think Lemieux is that far as Kirkland is, but I don't want to see him in fights with anyone with a big name or anything like a showcase fight for somebody that's a bigger name, because I'm good.
Yeah,
a bigger name who's a puncher too. Shit.
Yeah, especially like, I mean, now obviously if his jaw is broken, then I can understand that. Like, okay, he wasn't concussed, you know, at least. But I'm not seeing any reports that dude got his jaw broke. So I gotta think like, yeah, Benavidez hit him way too hard and way too often. So it's like
way too clean.
Like, way too clean. Yeah, absolutely.
That's the 3 W's. Like way too hard, way too clean, way too often.
Yeah.
When you hit each one, that's domination, supremacy, whatever. Like, you done.
So shout out to Lemieux's corner for caring about their fight, because there's some fighters that don't give a goddamn what their fighters are doing, you know, and then they wonder why they get all fucked up or they collapse in the ring after or collapse after. Yes. Yeah.
Because sometimes you don't see the damage.
Yeah.
What's going on, man?
Yeah, but Lemieux, you're done. Yeah, you won your title. You have your victories. You know, you had some good wins, but it's done. Hopefully I don't ever have to see him again.
Yeah, enjoy your money, your family, all that. Like,
Lemieux's impact was Dustin Curtis Stevens. Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, in terms of scary knockouts, that's probably his best knockout as a pro. Well, that or the Hector Camacho Jr. one.
That was. Oof.
Yeah, because he froze Camacho. Camacho fell like, you know, it was a slow mo. Whereas Stevens took one shot and dude was out sleeping on the apron in front of Roy and Jim. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, you know, you live by the knockout, you die by the knockout. Like,
facts.
It's like Benavidez had the same type of shit that Lemieux did to Curtis Stevens.
Yeah, he did. And I have to say though, I definitely love Benavidez' energy, because he was he was calling out Canelo. It was like, tell them bitches to sign the contract. Like, he was talking that shit. But now it remains to be seen now, because it's an interim belt, unfortunately. So technically, Benavidez is not a 3-time champion. He just has an interim belt, because we all know Canelo has his belt. So it's gonna be interesting to see, because now coming off the hands of Canelo's one-sided loss to
honestly, that's Canelo's look. First of all, that's Canelo's work. That's Canelo's fight. Like, Canelo's undisputed at super middleweight, so that's Canelo's fight right there.
Right.
Can't say that's Jamal Charlo's fight. He has a fight scheduled, and he hasn't campaigned at 168 yet. Mm-hmm. So for all you niggas talking about, Charlo needs to fight him, Charlo. You can't duck somebody who ain't in your division.
Right.
We using the same Ward Golovkin logic here.
Right, because Charlo hasn't even faced the best in his current division right now that he holds a belt in. So yeah, he's not. Yeah, Benavidez is not in his trajectory right now. He could be, but he's not in his trajectory now. Like
now if Maul officially moves up, fights at 168, or he beats Selecki and calls him out and wants to move up, yeah, then okay, bring it on. But until then, he's Canelo's work.
Yeah, and then wrestling, yeah, it was disgusting. Like, I mean, I always get like anytime that niggas be using interim belts as a legit title fight to show, okay, yeah, I get on my soapbox. Like, I will, yeah, I absolutely. That's
too many fucking titles. Look, just put pressure on the official champion to fight the guy. None of this damn interim title shit. Like,
right, exactly. Yeah, that's it's an actual pet peeve of mine. I can't stand it. I will call that shit out all day, every day.
Because that's like you having two champions. It's like you have two guys living on the same block. One dude, he beats up everybody, or he beats up out of 10 houses on the block, he beats up 7 houses.
Right.
He leaves 3 alone. Then you wake up and say, you know what, I'm gonna beat up niggas from 3 houses on the same block. The first guy, he gets his belt for beating up 7 people, and you get a belt for 3 people. Like, who? Like, wait, both y'all gotta fight. Neither one of y'all can say y'all fucking kicking a block of that. Like,
right?
Y'all both can't say. I mean, but he beat up 7. I was like, but he ain't beat them all.
Exactly.
And that's a problem. Like, y'all want to recognize the guy who just beat up 3 people, and still recognize the guy who beat up 7 people, instead of just saying, you know what? Why don't y'all get it on?
Exactly.
Put the pressure for the fight, not the status.
Exactly. Yeah, and this is what
fucking interim title.
Yeah, interim or regular titles. Like, nah, cut all that shit out.
Game stop.
Make the fights that need to happen. So Benavidez will hope at the time, depending, obviously. I mean, we're supposed to know soon what direction Canelo's going to go into, whether it's going to be a Bivol direction or a Triple G direction, and just based off what there's a strong chance that he goes in the Triple G direction for all the 168 belts.
It's gonna be a hard fight either
way. But what we want to do is Benavidez though to stay active. Like, this clearly this was heavy bag work for him. So yeah, we need. So yeah, and he broke a sweat. So yeah, we need him back in the ring probably in the next 4 months at least. So keep his buzz going. Especially if Canelo goes if Taylor does go into the Triple G direction. At least
I want to see Benavidez Canelo.
But that is the fight. That is the actual fight. Now, I mean, of course, Canelo can actually go and actually make Benavidez fight Benavidez next.
How would you feel if Benavidez fought Plant next? Like if that, because I feel like that's more likely to happen.
I have no problem with that fight.
Yeah,
it's a better fight than damn Lemieux.
Yeah, I've been calling for that fight for when they were both legit champions in that division. But
wasn't Plant asking for that fight? It was the Benavidez manager who was saying they needed a couple more fights.
And honestly, I think the more realistic one, and I would go for this fight. I don't care if he's, Benavidez versus Andre. I would go for that.
I mean, they were talking like Benavidez.
I would fuck with that too.
Yeah, they were both talking like that before, but I think Benavidez had a change of heart because before they were like, I fight Andre. He's one of the best. They were talking, but
if Andre signs to PBC, he's getting that. That's the fight to make. I think that's going to be the fight they make.
Yeah.
Well, it depends. Yeah, if he's coming at 168 and not longer 160, because
But he really signed to PBC. I don't think so.
Right. As mostly because I think he would sign, but I think it's just more or less because the 1 or 2 times that dude fought on PBC, that, and then kind of bounced.
He's going to have to get a tough fight. It's like there's no way he's going to get a jobber fight or something. He's going to get a notable fight,
and that's good. Good. The fuck.
Of course, that's good. But this is Andre, man. Like, for some reason, them shits like a piano might fall out the sky. I don't know. It just seemed almost impossible for this nigga to get a meaningful fight. So I want to just hold my breath and just chill on the windowsill, like.
As long as we get these fights, and then unfortunately, the only bad thing about that is that if like we get like imagine Andre signs the PBC, you know, you get Andre Charlo, Andre Benavidez, and you know Canelo stands would be like, oh, see, the King Canelo made them all fight each other. They said they should be fighting each other instead of him.
I think Canelo need to worry about avenging his loss avenging his losses because I still think he ain't beat Golovkin yet. So he got two niggas he really. Wow, dude, I never even thought about that. Canelo got two losses to at the same time. That's crazy. So yeah. Benavidez, Andre Benavidez, Canelo,
Benavidez, Plant.
Well, Plant still. You know, yeah, I mean, Plant needs to. Yeah, I mean, Plant needs.
I don't know if his tank is back. Plant should be back.
Right. You know, but yeah, I mean, 168 has. There's a whole bunch of fights that can feasibly be made. Just depends on what directions it's going to take and who wins what fight next. I mean, because unfortunately that division still revolves around Canelo because as he holds all the belts. So we'll just have to see how that shit's going to play out. But yeah, but definitely less Lemieux type fights and more make tougher fights for Benavidez and make sure that he stays in shape because he came in shape. Like dude came in at 166, you know, and
he for that. He was like, you know, because y'all say I can't make 168 no more, so I wanted to come in there a little lighter just to show y'all. Right?
Yeah,
you know, it's funny. It's funny and it's kind of annoying, but like because I feel like it's way too early for this. But I've seen like people, especially like a lot of fans on boxing Twitter, trying to push the idea of Benavidez versus David Morrell, and I'm just like, no, not yet. I like Morrell, but it's way too soon for that.
Right. Yeah.
They're trying to shoehorn Morrell into these fights at 168.
Yeah, and Morrell himself might not even be ready for anything. You know, I mean, he fights in a couple of weeks too, so we'll see. I know, but yeah, it's like
I feel like he need another year,
give or take.
Yeah, because a year minimum. Because you know we don't know how he's going to look next fight, but Benavidez look like everybody needs another year or two before they should fight him.
Facts.
Even Canelo. Like, would you want to fight him now after you didn't have the trouble before? You didn't see Golovkin knock some big Yakuza looking motherfucker out? Like, think about it, man. So yeah, we waiting for Canelo's decision, but I hope Benavidez become an option in the future or now.
Right, or don't give up his belt or some shit like that just to avoid him. Like you just you know like the whole waiting for that belt to be removed from Benavidez West, and all of a sudden like, hey, WBC calling, hey Canelo amigo, do you want to fight for this belt? See, of course, see claro. Shit. But like I said, like I said, it was it was entertaining mid. I wouldn't say quality mid, but it was entertaining mid for this past weekend. You know, nothing to bring down boxing's momentum in any type of way. So that's what it is. So that's what's up.
On the scale of 1 through 10, it was about maybe 6.75.
6. I give it a 6.
It would be a 6. Yeah.
6.
Yeah. It would have needed a legit fight of the year to go up, like to get either a 7. You know, to get to that 7. Or
if we would have had if Lemieux would have knocked down Benavidez, it would have been a 7 for me.
Yeah.
We needed a fucker. We needed fuckery.
We needed some sort of real fuckery. Absolutely.
And then to see the top ranked card, did it really add those pluses to the weekend?
Right.
That's a thing. So yeah, I can agree with a 6. But sometimes a 6 is feeling where it was enough. Like I didn't feel like I needed more boxing.
Right.